Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Friday. It is the 26th of June. And this is Chart of the Day video number 55. Welcome. How are you this morning? I am running way late. It is almost 11 o'clock. We had to be out at the amphitheater at 8:30 this morning. They were finally doing the dance recital for Emma and Addie, and it was outdoors, and you had to have a ticket to get in, and they had seating kind of roped off so you could social distance. We wore our masks. It was 1,000,000 degrees out. We stayed long enough to see the two of them dance, and then we booked, but so yeah, I'm running late. They started late. It was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, and they started late, so whew, here I am. So, did I ask how are you today? What's that? You're doing well? Good. Glad to hear it. I'm doing well. Question of the day yesterday was, do you know your blood type? I am way far in the minority here. Almost everybody that answered knew their blood type. So some of us are just clueless. One gal said that there wasn't really a need if we weren't of childbearing years, and God knows I'm not in childbearing years, so it'd still be nice to know, I think. I don't know why, but I think it would be. So, thank you for responding to that question. I'm still getting people talking about their favorite activity being porch sitting, so that's good. And let's see, what else? Did I have any other questions? If I did, I didn't get them written down. I'm feeling kind of frazzled today, but I wanted to make sure I got a video done. So, you liked yesterday's video, the chart of the day, the cinnamon Christmas, and you liked seeing the stitched model. So I will try and do that. Not every time, but every once in a while I will pull one off the wall and show you that particular model and chart with some options for you. So there'll be no set schedule. It'll just be whenever the mood strikes. So let's see. It's Friday tonight. Abby and Reese are coming to spend tonight and tomorrow night. So that'll be fun. I usually Zoom on Saturday night, but I don't think we'll be doing a Zoom tomorrow night because Abby and the baby will be there, and who knows whether she'll be squealing like a stuck pig or not. She squeals. Abby sent me a little Snapchat the other day, and of her squealing. It's just the most hilarious thing you've ever heard, truly. So, but I might be biased. It is my grandkid. So, all right, let's move straight on into today's chart of the day, which comes to us from Stacy Nash Primitives. It's an older chart. I don't know. It looks like it's not terribly old. It's 2018. This is one of my favorites from her. It's a simple little design. So I'm not sure what it is about it. Maybe it's the bunting. I don't know. But it's one of my favorite designs from her. What is it called? Berry basket, sewing tray, pin disc, and strawberries pin keep. So you get the charts for the strawberry pin keep. Yeah, pin keep. And there's the pin disc, and then the tray. And the picture is really not a very good picture, I don't think. But there's just something about it that's always talked to me. So I thought, when I was going through charts and I ran across this one, and then I looked and I saw that it called for all gentle arts, and so I pulled the gentle arts that I had and I did some substitutes for some others, and then I got to thinking, well, some of you, Stacy's pretty prim, but you could unprim those colors really easy. So I did a conversion and brightened it up a little bit for those of you who prefer that look. So called for fabric, raw natural. Hold on. Okay, where was I? I think I was talking about the fabric called for is raw natural, 32 count. And you get all three charts. You get the tray, the pin disc, and the strawberry. Finish size on the tray, going to be about 6.5 by 3.5. So it's not huge by any means. Yeah. So, and like I said, it calls for all gentle arts, which I had to make some substitutions. So let's see. I'm going to go with the original, more prim look first, and then I'll switch to the brighter colors. So let's see if I can remember what I used. All right, so instead of Brother in Blue, which I'm out of, I used Deep Sea from Weeks Dye Works. The cranberry I had, the moss I have, eggshell. I have the called for straw bonnet, but it just seemed to be a little bright for me. So I'm using eggshell. I had the antique rose. I don't particularly care for antique rose. It used to be more pinky and now it's more orangey, so I am going to substitute Tennessee red clay because it looks more like the picture and I like the picture. And I had the heirloom gold. Yep, hang on. Sorry, I forgot to pull color for endive. It calls for endive, and I am using Weeks Dye Works Lily Pad. So, those are all the colors. And let's see, do I have anything I can hold up that's plain? I don't. Here. Oh, you don't have all the stuff peeking through. So those are the prim colors. This is 40 count, raw natural. I just pulled 40 count because it was there in front of me. And remember, I'm not using this one for me. You are welcome to do that if you want, but for me, I didn't care for it. So that's on the raw natural. A little bit darker color. Sorry, I had to kind of move the computer. There's a car sitting right out front and the sun is hitting it just right that it was glaring in my face. So I had to kind of angle this and I got no place to put my stuff, so I'm going to be on and off the screen a little bit. Maybe I should just stop today. I am not having a good time here. Okay, so a little bit darker. I've got 36 count creek bed brown, and it works well. It's a little less gray than the raw natural, a little more on the brown side, so I like that color. And then for something a little bit different, I went with 18th Century Blackbird. This is 36 count. And I like that too. I think I'm missing another color. Maybe I should start over. I am missing a color. Carriage Black is supposed to be in here also. And I pulled the color for the brights, but I stole it from here. So there's also a Carriage Black, which shows up on here too, as it's dark enough. And remember, this one I'm replacing, so I'm going to just cover it up. Anyway, there we go. So that is your prim look. Now, I need my trusty little handy dandy little thing here. So these are the bright colors. And for Straw Bonnet, I kept that because it's fine with the bright colors. Brethren Blue, I chose Navy from Weeks Dye Works. Antique Rose, I used Ripe Melon from Classic Colorworks. Just showing up really kind of pink, but it's more of a melon color. Carriage Black, because I'm out of it, I probably would have chosen Carriage Black, but I'm out, so I did Gunmetal from Weeks Dye Works, which looks a little blue and a little darker than it is, but it's actually a gray and it's not that dark. Heirloom Gold, I wanted to keep the basket. You know, it is a wicker type basket, so I went with Chickpea from Weeks Dye Works. Endive, we went with, and by we I mean me, went with Grape Leaf from Gentle Arts. Cranberry, I went with Liberty from Weeks Dye Works. And Moss, I went with Monkey Grass from Weeks Dye Works. Okay, let me get these situated. Hold on. That might help. There. Big tags are all together now. All right, so you could go very basic and do, this is Antique Ivory in a 28 count. Just a yellowy neutral. And so that would be fine. The white is all hidden. It's used for the little specks on the strawberries and then up in the bunting. But it's surrounded by other colors. So it would be fine on this color. I also tried a Lugana. This is 28 count Mercedes. I don't have a ton of it, but I thought the color was really pretty with these colors. This is Nantucket Brew in a 32 count, so it's just a medium to light neutral, very neutral gray, and the colors all look fine on there also. Morning, Kim.
Hello.
And last but not least, I have 32 count Heroic. It's so hard to get all the colors showing. There. Which I think would be cute on Heroic also. I hope you enjoyed today's chart of the day. Like I said, it's always been one of my favorite designs. Well, not always, but for the last 2 years anyway. Question for today. I was watching Kitten Stitcher's video, and she was talking about her childhood in the 70s and how she's, you know, friends that you grew up with are special. And I got to think, well, I don't have any of those, so I wanted to know, do you still talk to the kids you grew up with? I don't. Pretty much in our neighborhood, there was Kathy across the street and Denise across the street. Kathy and I were friends. I thought we were friends. Kind of turns out we weren't really friends. She just didn't have any other options. So no, I don't stay. We did a lot together. We spent nights at each other's houses. We played Barbies. Her dad built her a playhouse in her backyard, and we would spend nights out there. They had a tree house. We used to, in a mulberry tree. We used to pluck the mulberries right off that tree and eat them. And I don't know if you've ever picked mulberries and washed them, but the bugs that come climbing out of those things are incredible, and spiders all over the. No, I can't believe how many I would have eaten as a child. It's just no, absolutely not. Hang on just a second. So Kathy, yes. So I have some good memories until I figured out that we weren't really friends, and then it kind of soured it. She had you remember Chrissy, the doll? Chrissy and her hair, you push the button on her stomach and you could pull her ponytail out of the top of her head. She had a Chrissy doll. I had a Velvet. So we played a lot together, but by the time we got to, she was a year younger than I was. By the time we got to 8th grade, I got to 8th grade, she was in 7th grade. She really wanted nothing to do with me. So I don't talk to any of my friends from when I was young. So I'm just curious, do you still have friends from when you were growing up? Not from teenage years or college years, high school years, but from when you were growing up, that you've been friends most of your life. That's my question for today. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Kim is here. I got to give her some direction. I've got some orders to take care of, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Yeah, I should see you tomorrow. So you guys have a good Friday. Get some stitching done tonight. I will be probably playing with Reese until she goes to bed. then hopefully I'll get some stitching in. Otherwise, you take care until tomorrow. Bye.